Welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. Today I have for you a fun, unusual summer wreath using a 9.8-inch floral foam wreath from Dollar Tree, a fun, cute camper sign from Dollar Tree, and some beautiful floral picks from Dollar Tree. To attach my sign to my wreath, I'm just taking a cable tie mount or a zip tie mount and sticking it onto the back of the sign, then adding some Gorilla Glue, hot glue, around it to make sure it stays. Just be very careful when you use your hot glue. I'm going to set the sign aside to let it have time to dry. And here's my pretty summer Gerber daisies and my pretty mums. And then I also have some ferns, and I did not use all of these picks. I'll tell you more as we go along with the tutorial, but I bought extras just to be safe and sure, and then some pretty lilacs from Dollar Tree. Next, I'm taking a zip tie, and this is just a long zip tie, and I had the zip tie threaded in wrong, so I turned it the other way, and I'm just going to zip tie my sign onto my foam green wreath from Dollar Tree, and this is 9.8 inches, and as you can see, it's not at the bottom. I placed it kind of up a little bit higher, and then I'm adding some hot glue on the sides just to make sure it stays in place. Going to press it down and hold it for a little while. Next, I cut my fern picks into shorter pieces. This is a whole pick. I just cut some off the end, and I'm just taking it, adding some hot glue to the end, pushing it into the foam on the left side, and then doing the same thing on the right side. And you do not have to use the hot glue on the end if you do not want to. Just be very careful when you use your hot glue. I did not use hot glue on all the picks because sometimes I like to reuse my floral picks. I only used 3 of the fern picks from Dollar Tree, so I'm going to take the third one and I'm going to place it in the center on the back of the cute camper sign. So I flipped it over to the back, added some more hot glue around the stem of the fern, and then I put a strip of ribbon over it to cover the hot glue, and that way it's more stable too. Next, I'm going to be tying 2 bows, one for the left side and one for the right. So I let out a short tail, made a loop, going to the other side, making another loop the same size as my first loop, going back to the left side, but first check to make sure your loops are the same size on each side. Now I'm back on the left side, making another loop, checking to make sure they're the same length. Go to the right side, let out some more ribbon, make another loop, keep it pinched tightly in your hand. Going to let out a little bit of a tail, and then I'm going to take a zip tie and wrap the zip tie nice and tight around the center of the bow. This is a 4-inch clear zip tie. Make sure you get your zip tie in the center of your bow, then trim off the extra part of the zip tie. And then I am going to take some 20-gauge floral wire, thread it underneath the zip tie on the back of the bow. That way I can easily attach my bow to my wreath. So I'm just threading it underneath the clear zip tie, going to give the wire a twist. And then now we're going to fluff and shape our loops. So I like to stick my hand in each loop and just open it up. And you'll want to use ribbon with wire. So this is the bow for the left side. And I'm going to trim my tail just a little bit shorter, and I just left them cut at a slant. Now I'm taking my wires, wrapping them around the foam, going to go to the back of the wreath, give the wires a few twists, then cut them off short and fold them down. Sorry if you hear something. My little Chihuahua, Parker, he is snoring. He is behind me, and also Lucky, my daughter's little coonhound, is sleeping behind me too. So there's how my bow looks on the left, and I made one just like it for the right side too. I thought the 2 cute bows added a fun touch to this wreath. I just love that sign. I think it is just precious for summer. Okay, next we're going to be adding some flowers, and you can add hot glue on the end if you want to before you push it into the foam. It's up to you. So I'm just placing one on the left, then I'm going to go to the right side, put a little hot glue on the end of that one. I just cut them into shorter pieces, placing one on the right, and then I'm going to go back to the left, place one on the left side, and I just repeat the same pattern. What I do on the left, I usually do on the right. I used 2 of the lilac picks from Dollar Tree. You can use more or you can use less. You can use whatever kind of flowers that you would like. I am just giving you some ideas. If you're enjoying this tutorial, would you please click that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, share this tutorial, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. It is free to subscribe. So here's how it looks so far, and notice I'm just doing a pattern. What I do on the left, I do on the right. Now up on the top, I did it a little bit different with the Gerber daisies, and they are really pretty. You just kind of have to pick through Dollar Tree's flowers and try to find the best ones. I had planned to do a grapevine wreath because I had asked on the community page what type of wreath you wanted me to make next, but I went to Hobby Lobby and the prices were so expensive. So I changed my mind real quick and decided to do with a more budget-friendly option. I believe I used a total of 4 of the pink Gerber daisy picks on this wreath. I wanted it to have the flowers up top, and then make sure you fluff and shape your ferns too. That's very important. I kind of fluffed as I went, but I did a pattern with the Gerber daisies, and then I also added some of the fun mums too. The fern picks I left whole, but the flower picks, I cut them off shorter so that I could just have a little bit of stem to push into the wreath. And so now I'm just filling in at the center. And like I said, don't forget to fluff and shape and bend those ferns so that they're not sticking straight up. You want your wreath or your floral arrangement to have movement. You can make this fun style wreath for any season or holiday. I am just making mine for summer right now, but with this style wreath, it is so easy to make, and it looks like you spent a lot of time and money. And I mean, I think I have around $10 and something plus tax in this entire wreath. Just have fun and be creative. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. As long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. And to me, it is just so relaxing to sit down or stand up and make a wreath or do some type of craft project. So I hope you're enjoying watching me make this, because I really enjoy making wreaths and floral arrangements and other DIYs for y'all. Last, I'm adding in these mums. And I think these were in the patriotic section, and I just added some fun mums to the top. Just 1 mum pick is all I used. And remember, you can make this for summer, fall, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. There's so many cute signs at Dollar Tree for each season. So I'll be making a lot more of this style wreath. So you'll have to let me know what you think. And to hang it up, what I did was I took some twine, made a loop, tied a knot, then went to the back of it, hot glued the knot onto the back of the styrofoam wreath, put quite a bit of glue, then put an extra strip of ribbon over it to cover up the knot, let it all dry, and then I hung it up on my door. I hope you enjoyed this wreath tutorial, and I hope you have a wonderful summer, and you'll have to let me know in the comments if you have a fun vacation planned.